Alright. Welcome in, chat. How we doing this evening? Welcome back to another Aussie Freeman Isle documentary. We're back with even more focus. We have our priority species this evening. Two species that we did not document last night, the Drysaurus and the Bepiosaurus. Both of which we will travel the length of this island to document for you all. The rest of the species are back on our list, with an ongoing effort to continue gathering data with the scientific experiments. We must continue documenting the species here on the island. I'm glad that you're joining us all for that adventure here again this evening. I trust you've all had lovely Mondays, or Tuesdays, depending where you are in the world. So sit back, relax, join me, my trusty dog buddy, Aussie Freeman, as we adventure once more into Aroma. Number one, Dewey, thank you for contributing to the 24-hour stream goal, mate. Appreciate you. We have landed. Mid-morning on the island. A perfect start time for our documentary crew. Sun climbing high into the sky, beaming down across the forests and the plains and the beaches of Aroma. Now, let's gather a bit of a game plan here. Given the Drysaurus, the elusive Drysaurus, and so far elusive Bepiosaurus are on our highly prized, our high priority targets for today. Let's think about their natural habitats. Swamps is a common spawning ground for both of those species. The sanctuary in the swamps particularly. I think we'll be pretty well placed to travel the waterways. We'll head our way down towards swamps, and towards sanctuary, and then through and up the delta. We can stick to the waterways, we'll increase the chances of happening across that Bepiosaurus. Just on the northern reaches of West Access here. We'll move down and through the dangerous West Rail access. Huge spikes in biodiversity readings from West Rail. We saw just yesterday footage from our documentary crews there. Full-grown packs of Ceratosaurus and Carnotaurus. Unfortunately, we did lose a number of cameramen. Their families have been well looked after. In fact, I'm going to add a cameraman stat. There's our starting safety record. Cameraman lost 0. We won't talk about yesterday. Sandman, welcome in. Yep, still filling in Vanzak here. We've come back to the Isle better prepared. We have our thermos of hot coffee, a trusty dog buddy, a high priority targets list. We're a documentary crew on a mission today, Sandman. Welcome in, mate. Good to see you again. Dragon, welcome in. Hello to you. I'm looking for a documentary crew to join me here, gentlemen. If you want to jump on for some fun. It appears that we don't have any cooldown on our teleport as humans, so we can TP to each other, which is handy. We unite after the inevitable murder. It's called Day of Dragons, Dragon, and Rick Kona has been playing it in his last few streams. You've come across Rick Kona. Day of Dragons. Make our way down to the mudflats here, to traverse our way along the beach. A pretty common dino thoroughfare. Would not be unusual to see Sarahs or Carnos here. The odd herbivore roaming through the plains looking for a meal. Plenty of calls coming from the jungle up over towards South Plains. Now this is a risky route to travel, but with risk comes opportunity. Ideally, we come across a carnivore through here. And as a caveat to that, they're not very hungry. I've seen the crocs jumping out of a section of water recently. The Dinosuchus, the saltwater Dinosuchus. Speaking of which, there is a brilliant specimen. What a beast. He's a male Dinosuchus, you can see by the red coloration on the top of his head there. Certainly full grown. Oh. And hungry enough to eat. Thirst for Aussie Freeman. Ah. I might need to add an Aussie Freeman's lost stat here. Should have turn that FPS stuff off down there. Then I can move the list to the top. That's a good idea. Aussie. That one. Now we can move that up. A brief look at the mighty Dinosuchus. Well, there's something different. A Herrerasaurus. The raptor of the trees. An ambush predator. Truly terrifying. Leap from the treetops silently. Slice you open with their razor-sharp talons. Looks pretty skinny, this one. But he's not interested in us. Just checked us out, and away he goes. Oh, I see. He's feasting on the body of a mire there. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Make sure we're recording. There he goes, scurrying away with one of the organs of this giant mire. Looking to garner as much nutrients as possible from the body. It's a huge burn for the small Herrerasaurus. A mountain of food. And off he scurried. See him just up there on the top of that gateway there. About a arm's way. Using his climbing and jumping ability to his advantage. Feasting like a king. On the heart of a recently deceased dinosaur. There's his call. The Herrera's territorial call. Every dino that hears that immediately looks to the trees. It's putting on quite the display for us here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's try Dragon. Nope. Well, that actually puts us in not a bad position. So far as our journey on the map is concerned, we're pretty close to the top of the Victoria Falls section, which is a nice spot to lead us down further into the delta. Hopefully find that a less elusive Brachiosaurus. But we can cross off the Herrerasaurus from our list, documented once again today. It is all great data for the boffins back in the office. How's everyone in chat doing this evening? Trust you're all sitting back relaxing. If you're down my way, you've probably got dinner on. Glad to hear it, Dragon. Alright, the river lies ahead. We'll look to carefully make our way down the waterfall here. And follow the river down towards the coast. Nope, not quite where I thought we were. That's on the river. I'm feeling adventurous. Not a worry. See the lengths that we go to you viewers at home to try and bring you an absolutely immersive experience here. Risking life and limb to bring you these amazing scenes, this incredible footage of a land lost to time. Just look at those falls. What a sight. Though I hear the grumble of a Herrera. There's something on the ridgeline on the rocks over there. It might be the body of something. Let's get down for a closer look. What a fantastic area. Just a gorgeous part of the island. It's common to find various species of the dinos here in environment nesting in this little area. They seem to like the picturesque outlook. See if we can get around and right up into the center of the cove there at the end. Just stunning. There's a body of something that's fallen from the cliff tops, it appears. Possibly a dead Tenontosaurus. See if we can make our way over there and inspect it a little closer. There is a Herrerasaurus, up close and personal with the elusive tree rat. Not yet fully grown. Beautiful camouflage pattern already on its little body. Perfectly suited to hunting in these falls. Something else on the graphs, another Herrerasaurus. Gorgeous colorations on this one, emerald green. Look how quickly it just blends into the background. Truly adapted to these surrounds here on the island of Avroma. The silent hunter from the treetops, or in this case, the cliff tops. You see as it leaps through the air, spreading out its talons, both front and back. Absolutely brutal for it to jump on any prey, but happy in any instance, as you can see, to scavenge the body of this poor dead serrano. Lovely spot to sit down and have a quick coffee. Crack open our thermos. Encourage you all at home to do the same. Make yourself a cup of tea, cup of coffee. Just enjoy the scenery. I was just sipping on my coffee. Something about the smell of the coffee triggered those Herreras into action. We are at West Access. We head straight to the pond and then onward to the beach from here. We'll make that same journey along that beach. Somebody might be coming into the evening, was kind of mid-afternoon, later afternoon. The fog has descended over the island. We may be getting some of the famous Isle of Roma rainfall shortly. Big water droplets that make big noise, and there's plenty of them. Famed for having the highest rainfall on the planet, this island. Cloud-seeded by the scientists of the Avroma Corporation. But the project obviously got out of control. Incredible levels of rainfall here are just unprecedented anywhere else on the planet. Dr. Stanman agrees, weighing in from back at the documentary base. Certainly the loudest rainfall on the planet. He's been out testing it with decibel meters. Thank you, Dr. Stanman. Appreciate your facts always. I'm not gonna lie, I'm low-key lost. Think if we go this way, and then go left, I think that's Holland's that way, so I figure that's east. So this should be south. I haven't spent enough time here at the new west access. But don't bother landing it. Once the new update hits, all of this is gone. Sounds of a juvenile devil in the distance crying for its mama. It lulls you into a false sense of security, this island. Picturesque and peaceful at times. But murder awaits. From the depths of the water and to the tops of the trees. And certainly everywhere in between, death awaits you everywhere on Avroma. Right, I'm growing in confidence as to where we are. Excellent. Take the beach highway here. Travel our way back to West Rail access. Where our previous Aussie Freeman met us into a dino circus. Rather brilliant, black with red male markings dino circus he was. Let us get quite close and have a pretty good look at him. Got some good footage. Unfortunately, that Aussie Freeman clone lost his wife. So lessons learned. We'll be sure to be more careful around that circus, particularly. So body on the beach. Let's investigate. Another dead Serrano. Arguably, the apex predator here on the island. The Ceratosaurus is truly feared by most. That poor Serrato is only sustenance for the species around it now. Did hear the brief call of the Dilophosaurus. There it is again, coming from the forest, from the canopy. From the murky undergrowth. The Dilophosaurus, a finely tuned nighttime hunter. By far, the best night vision ever encountered. Their venom deadly, hallucinogenic, some say. We are yet to encounter a friendly full-grown Dilophosaurus. A documentary crews yesterday were murdered by a couple. They did get some great footage of a juvenile Dilo, which unfortunately met us end rather quickly to a Carnotaurus that came along wondering what all the excitement was about. The beach highway is quiet. Do the dinos know something that we don't? Are we walking to our end here? Let's have something to eat in the vain hope that we're going to stay alive long enough to actually drain our stomach down. Take the opportunity. When in the survival situation, full bellies will continue. Ever since the scientists abandoned their project here on Avarma, and the ecosystem started, with the cages and the gates coming down, the walls coming down, the species mixing together, this finely balanced ecosystem has been in constant flux through famine and through plenty. Many dinos hark back to their ancestral sustenance, the turtle. The great turtle migrations have long since abated. A shock to many carnivores' system, not least the Herrera nation that would make this zone their home. Living fat and happy, feeding many lives on the great turtle migrations. They've had to spread far and wide across the island, searching of new opportunities of sustenance. The shell of its former glory, the mudflats of West Rail access. Schmitty, welcome in. Good to see you again. Fog is just clearing, the last little part of our evening. Incredible views of the sunset over Avroma. As dangerous as she is beautiful. Now we are going to be sure to try and give the dino seekers here a bit of space. It's obviously hungry. In fact, let's go so far as to go around the little choke point here. Can't shoot a documentary from the inside of a circus. Sounded like a herbivore coming through behind us. Oh, yep. Diabloceratops. crook is not sitting there. An absolute specimen. Rearing up on his hind legs, letting out his call. Migrating in search of food, possibly in search of pack mates. Dibbles are not normally solitary creatures, they are very social. Commonly referred to as potatoes. Do not yet let their somewhat cute exterior fool you. They are brutal combatants. Often hunted by ceratosauruses, but more often by other herbivores. Probably the most scenarios where I've seen dibbles fighting is against other herbivores. Defensive posturing there, so nimble, incredibly so for such a large beast. The dibble is watching the water carefully. Maybe he realizes the danger, the giant Deinosuchus that lurks beneath. Speechless, ladies and gentlemen, as that dibble approached us. Knees weak, palms were sweaty. The sun slips away. Night falls on the island once again. Let us follow this Diabloceratops now. He possibly does not want us to aim at. Let's not follow the Diabloceratops. Just give him a little bit more distance. We'll do all we can to go incognito mode. Not following you, Mr. Dibble, we just happen to be going this way as well. Let's certainly cross the Diabloceratops off our list. Documented once again. Excellent data for the ongoing project. The dibble is turned on the jets. The left us in the dust here, running off into the cover of the jungle. Probably well understands the danger that night brings. But not us. Have flashlight, we'll use it. Carnotaurus. Been chased away by the dibble. Not full grown, and with what appears to be intestines in his mouth. Still your happy little dance. appears undisturbed by our presence. Only afraid of the devil. Here he is now, eating what he's managed to scavenge from somebody. A pile of intestines, hugely nutritious. And away into the night, the Carnotaurus zooms. Seems to be eating the gastroliths here. Let's get some light on it. Just incredible behavior. It's the same thing that our modern day bird life do. They eat rocks to help grind up the food in their stomach. Incredible to document that from the dinosaur species, obviously, the distant cousins to all of our current day bird life. A biological mechanic that has been going on for millions of years. Carnotaurus does not seem too disturbed by us here. Just going to leave our light off. Let's instead turn on the Bio night vision. And we'll continue with the Carnotaurus. Derpus, welcome in on YouTube. How are you, mate? A giant Dinosuchus dead on the beach. An absolute burn for the young growing Carnotaurus. He is making the most of it by eating those gastroliths. Trying to speed up his growth. I'm doing well, Derpus. How are you, mate? What do you smell, boy? What is it? On another body here. I'm afraid to turn on the flashlight to take a look. I hope you can see with the Bio night vision, chat. There appears to be a carcass here that the again is stripping of organs. Just incredible footage here, ladies and gentlemen. The Carno is so well suited to the South Plains. The open expanse of the grasslands, playing into its big strength, its speed, its charge. It can decide what fights it takes. A small game specialist hunter. Anything under its own weight can fall prey to the Carnotaurus. If this young Carnotaurus is smart, it will ensure he utilizes that speed to decide what fights to take, guaranteeing victory. A herbivore cries. A Diabloceratops this way comes. A Carnotaurus is split for cover. He may spy something in the valley below. He stalks. Dinosaurs calling to each other. A Ceratosaurus, possibly two. The Carno's natural enemy. Young Carno has sensed the danger. May be able to try. May be able to cross in front of him. Here he is. He's moving quickly across the valley. Let us hope our tiny human legs are also as quick. Run, Aussie Freeman, run. The Ceras are in a fight. Possibly they've stumbled into the Diabloceratops. Despite the high personal risk, let's get in there. See what we can see. They have Diabloceratops in amongst the Ceras. 3 at least full-grown Ceras. This devil could very well be in trouble. Please don't hate me. The Cera was unimpressed with our flashlight. But we may have taken a crouched, defensive position soon enough. But nay.
I'm in danger!
Little Dixie, thank you for contributing to the challenge. Well, Fat Man, thank you. Stan Man, thank you. LJ, thank you. Whipbot, thank you. Appreciate each and every one of you contributing to that 21st stream challenge. One more, the Freeman lost. Perimeter entrance, where the hell is this? But don't know this compound. It looks like we're up against a dome, though. Certainly up against a dome. Okay. Well, we'll follow the road. The habitat room had number 3,774. We are hiring at the Everoma documentary project. We need sound engineers and we need cameramen. If anyone would like to join us, we do have a piece of newfangled human technology, the teleport. We can teleport you to us. The more the merrier. 2 would be great, but dang, it'd be fun to get 10 of us running around. That wouldn't be a documentary crew then, that would be a tour group. Just gonna see what Doggo's up to. Be back here in a second. I knew it. He loves a pile of washing, this dog. I'd rather he plays a human dragon than a raptor. Think you want to join me? The Mexican bed. This is great emotional support. It murders things and makes me feel better. Okay. Domius Highlands, okay. The Highlands? Innes. Alderide. That's a long way down into the dark. Okay. Right, we need to cross a couple of things off there, don't we? The Carnotaurus, we definitely got a good look at that Carno. That was a good little run. We should have stuck with the Carno, it turns out. Not gone in for a look at the Dibble fighting the Sarahs. But it's all for the footage, chat. It's all for the footage, you ladies and gentlemen at home. Diablo Ceratops is off the list. Beautiful. Oh, mate, it's getting hot here, Moradin. Ace is taking a break. Aussie Freeman. I've stepped in for Ace this evening once again. Here comes the rain. Actually been fairly lucky here in our first couple of days on the island. It's our first bout of the infamous Evrima rain coming down. Just put in these air plugs, mute the audio a little. Five yesterday, Durpus. Actually, no, number 5 survived. No, he didn't. We died in the end. 5 Tamerman yesterday. Haven't lost a single one today. We haven't had any to lose. It's been a solo adventure. Okay. Okay, out of the jungle. Was that the time at South Plains then? Is this gonna be Delta? Not too bad. Yeah, we've lost a handful of Aussie Freeman clones, that's all. Jeez, it is terrifying in the fog and the rain at night. Can't see more than 15 meters in front of us. Lord, the creepy feet we are marinating. I've ever been. I believe. Oh, it's too funny. Yep, we're at the Delta. That's not bad. It's where we wanted to be. may just get lucky enough to come across a Bepiosaurus. Can't tell if I'm out of the water. Yep. Jeez, it is dark out there.
Raindrops are falling on my
Well
head.
played. I appreciate you, little Dixie. Oh shit, I didn't turn on stream avatars. My bad. I was gonna do a battle royale, but I've got no one on screen. Ads coming up in 30 seconds, chat. You're not missing much. Raining, waiting for that to stop, basically. And we'll see you back after the ads. You're well and truly supporting Aussie, Freeman and the documentary crew here by sending through those ads. I appreciate you very much. We'll see you shortly. Alright, stream avatars should be up. Continue exploring these islands in the delta. We will require some sustenance ourselves. One big human gulp, and that whole bush is gone. Really turning up those horror switches tonight. Continue north here, along the delta. Make our way up to the bridge, and the beach there at the bridge. Common zone to find many species, using that opportunity of the man-made structure to cross the water. Dinosaurs abound in these waters of the delta. To get up there across the bridge ourselves. Onto the eastern shore. footsteps in the undergrowth. The pitter-patter of tiny feet. Oh, raptor. Oh, that made me jump. What a beauty. The silent stalker. There is one raptor. There are often many. Oh, and this one has taken a disliking to Aussie Freeman. Ah. Hungry, hungry raptor. West Rail access. LJ, welcome in, mate. A rather gorgeous looking raptor decided to eat us. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not a good sign. One of the documentary crew has not made it. No idea what's ended this poor human's life. See if he's got any identifying papers, dog tags, something we can use to notify his family. So, West Rail access here. We'll get back on our mission to the swamp. Not 100% sure where that compound is, but we'll follow the road. Big downhill is going to lead us to the valley. Real Lakey, welcome in. Good to see you, mate. Bloody ledge. So only a brief look at a raptor. But not down in pros raptors, Omniraptor off the list. The briefest of looks. We'll be finding that camera and equipment in a scat pile. Some stage in the days to come. Admiral Adobo, welcome in, mate. Admiral Adobo, the head of our hiring department, takes care of all of our cameramen. You'll note, Admiral Adobo, you're the latest VIP to the channel. Aussie Freeman's made an executive decision. Giving you that little pink diamond, my friend. Well deserved. Appreciate you being part of the community, always showing up for Anzac. Just travel with the flashlight off here, chap. The night seems to make all of the species here rather aggressive. Possibly because we are a beacon. They do not want to be found. When they come across us, they know other dinos are doing the same. We'll travel with our flashlight off till we're approached by a dino. Making a trick contributing to the 24-hour stream goal, Adobo. Appreciate you, man. Getting close, chap. 85% complete last time I checked. About a week to go. If you're sitting on channel points and chat, if you're a lurker in Anzac's channel, put those points towards Worthy Cause, the next 24-hour stream. Once we hit that goal, we'll schedule the next 24-hour stream in the following week or two, where the Isle will likely play a large part. Might even do 24 hours on Petits. Then we'll just switch between MA and EU depending on population. Haven't done a full 24-hour on the Isle for a few months now. It'd be a good idea, I think. Where rain has stopped, and the morning light has broken across the horizon. New day brings new possibilities. What will we discover in our steps ahead? What awe-inspiring and terrifying sights are we yet to behold? I've even got a high priority section of the list today. Adobo, Drysaurus and Bepiosaurus are both on that high priority section. We have no data on either of those species yet. The other species we are still keen to document to continue gathering data for the scientific project and for the documentary. Here comes a Triceratops, ladies and gentlemen. This is the same leucistic Triceratops from the documentary yesterday. What a beast. We met this Triceratops in the forest, farmed an excellent clip of him screaming into the jungle with the sun setting on his back. Thank you, almighty Triceratops. Truly the apex herbivore, feared by all other herbivores, and indeed all carnivores, an absolute beast of the Isle. Fears nothing, feared by all. Just look at those horns, that carapace on its head. Incredibly well adapted to defend itself from hungry predators. This particular specimen, with its brilliant leucistic camouflage. What a beauty, crikey, what a beauty. Just 2 secs. Shameless plug of our YouTube short coming your way shortly. Check that out on YouTube. And off he goes. Not as fast as the Diabloceratops, we can actually keep up with the Triceratops. He's doing one of two things here. He's either migrating in search of better sustenance, better food opportunities, or is heading to the mudflats in search of combat. Solitary, possibly looking for a mate. Really seen Triceratops. What a specimen. We'll leave the Triceratops now to continue his journey, as ours must. Thank you once again, mighty king of the forest. Just turn off the viewer gamma here. Oh, there's a Dilo showing up out of nowhere. Hello, Mr. Dilo. Multiple Dilos. Well, he bit us. They were hungry enough. The adult Dilos continue to murder us at their first opportunity. Filthy leatherheads. Hashtag DTD. And another Aussie Freeman bites the dust. But what a successful reel of film that clone Aussie Freeman caught us. A magnificent Triceratops once again. And a brief fleeting look at a couple of leatherheads, the Dilophosaurus. I've never hoped to spawn in the swamp more. Come on, swamp. We're water treatment. Okay. Not terrible. Petits have been known to frequent water treatment. I've also, in the past, seen Gyrosaurus here. The Moradin asks, at what point do you just get fined for feeding the dinosaurs? Keep your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. Their production, still pretty low budget. Can't afford a vehicle, not even a push bike. Okay, the saltwater getting place here appears to be empty. We'll head south, down towards the radio tower, and into the east swamp. High biodiversities, readings coming out of both those regions. And the journey continues, ladies and gentlemen. Once more we strike out into the jungle. Our thermos of coffee now depleted. Refocus on our goal. The HR department reiterating, Dilos are indeed dicks. Hashtag DTD. The HR department calling for a Dilo eradication program here on the island. Tumbleweeds, welcome in, mate. Good to see you again. Aussie Freeman back at it. sounds of a Tridon pack in the forest, calling back and forth to each other, the elusive cat-like Tridon. Pack hunters. Although small in stature to not be fooled. Vicious little dinosaur. With blinding venom. And a voracious appetite. Tridon packs are not to be messed with, even for the larger species here on Avoma. Let alone poor, alone, bereft Aussie Freeman. Uncommonly quiet. Here at Radio Tower. Our outdated data must have missed the Great Migration. Copy that, Bendobo. Thank you for that data, that information back from home base. But something we haven't documented at all yet is dinos nesting. Could be quite the scoop. Let's do that. Let's check the data from home base. I'll send it through to our PDA here. Oh yeah. Little spot there, certainly. Into that cove. So that's the swamps just south of that cove, so that's the main Turtle Beach. Let's get down there and check it out. For science. Top it out about. Anzac was talking to me earlier and said that for their next Kano run, they're going to try and get saltwater going for it and run the coastal Carnasuchian once again, utilizing some of those beach body drops and just anticipating that it was going to take a few goes to get it and put saltwater into that number 2 mutation to then look to nest saltwater Carnasuchians in. The mighty coastal Carnos will rise up once again. But that's for another channel, another stream. Tridons. Let's see if the Tridons will allow us to enter their zone. Something giant calling from the forest behind us. We jump to try and signify that we are no threat. They've been immediately pounced on. The Tridon venom working on us quickly. The fog descends. The Carnotaurus stalks the beach. They need to make it to land here, regardless of the threat from the Pterodon, or we will bleed out. There was a body drop in the water, so it was the Pterodon. Please, please don't eat us. Oh my god, the Pterodon died. It wanted us. They wanted us. I'm so sorry, I'm not sure what happened. How do we stop our bleed here, chat? Well, it's not gonna matter. We could not communicate with the Pterodon pack. That was just terrible timing, that poor Pterodon. Aussie Freeman is a prehistoric lunchable. Yeah, absolutely, Moradin. Now, we no longer have the issue of bleeding out. The problem has been solved. Alright, we're at the base of Mount Doom. Moabs in Norfolk. It's not terrible. We can get to that site of the nest from here. Let's... So we don't need to cross the river here. We can continue south a little. We'll follow the river south, and then we'll cross over at an opportune moment to make our way across and investigate that hot spot. The biodiversity readings were off the charts. Head office back on the mainland. Want us to get in there and document anything we can. Think we can cross the Pterodon off the list. We had a pretty good look at them there. Plenty of data collected, even if it was just from poor Aussie Freeman number 6's body cam that will be recovering from a pile of scat in a few days. Alright, down to the river's edge we go. Should be able to cross here. Think we can fit inside the log. Excellent. Now we're at the top of the Victoria Falls section. Above where I believe Aussie Freeman number 2 was murdered by the Herrera when he sat for his thermos of coffee. The waterfalls drop away sharply. Sheer drop 100 meters down. Quite spectacular than coming up the river. But we'll bypass most of that from here. Skip down to the coast. Ads coming in 30 seconds, chat. Stick with us through those ads. You support the documentary crew here and our gracious host, Anzac Ace. Very much appreciate you being here and sitting through those ads. We'll see you in a minute or two. Once again, in rolls the rain. From a clear blue sky, the rain falls here in Avroma. Dampening the noise of the jungle around us. Almost claustrophobic under the canopy of these giant trees. Turn on the viewer nitrogen here as the rain slowly drowns out the sunlight. Our way through the undergrowth, making our way east. Try and find our way to the eastern shore. We better direct ourselves from there to the hotspot of biodiversity. We're at the swamp itself. The East Swamp. A playground for juvenile species of all types. Do not let the still waters fool you. Many eyes peer back at us from the depths. We've now found our direction. We know where we need to head. Raptor. angry raptor. He thought about it for just a moment. Ah! I think I know what nest we're heading towards. Aussie Freeman, number 6, bites the dust. Another fleeting look at the terrifying Omniraptor. Evan puts in Morgan. Where do we find ourselves now? He swear indeed. What the hell is this compound? Onward. Nobody gives the inside scoop on dinosaurs like Aussie Freeman. Let's go, Moradin. North of North Lake, it could be that one actually. Never been inside it. You might be right. Step inside you to see the digestive tract. No, that's West Rail, is it? Skull, welcome in. Yeah, I think we are at West Rail. No. No. Ooh, bloody hell are we? Ah, yeah, that is the little point at the southern end of North Lakes, and North Lakes up the hill. That's Mount Dan. Cool. Let's head up to North Lake. We haven't visited North Lake yet today. There's some calls from the north. Could be running into some action. I'm pretty happy that we could cross off, not cross off the list, the raptor, but cross off that whatever is nesting out there is raptors. And it doesn't appear they're going to let us get too close to their nest, based on recent experience. Your Banzak Ace is just having a couple of days off Scout. He's paid the Aussie Freeman fee. Get me in to narrate you the wildlife documentary here of the last couple of days. He may return tomorrow. We'll see how the novelty of Aussie Freeman is wearing on the community. Whether that, the community that is clamoring for more, or had enough after a couple of days in a row. Probably that HR. Appreciate you, Adobo. Managed to recruit another cameraman for the production crew. Looks like they're ready to Howie drop in soon. That the data we've collected so far, worthy of an increase in our budget. Well, what little Sarah pretended to be Sarah in front of our eyes. What a beauty. Look at the coloration, that brilliant orange. Like most things in nature, it is a stark warning to stay away from this mighty Ceratoth. This needed another sentence or two when we would have been able to tick this cut the Ceratosaurus off our list. Unfortunately, it was a hungry Sarah. Okay, we're in the southern entrance to the volcano now, to Mount Doom. This is where we spotted the Herrerasaurus at the start of the documentary. So we'll head to the north now, up to North Lake proper. Attack it from the other direction. I thought the teeth little, but wanting to stay away, says Moradin, but sure, coloration, we can do with that, of course. The GTA death screen. Copy that skull, that's a cool little edit. I just not like an Aussie Freeman today, mate. 100% real like it. We're not having much luck. Hungry dinos out here today. West access. Come to me, cameraman. I'll drop you the coordinates here shortly. Sent. Cameraman number 1, en route. Welcome to the team, cameraman number 1. Absolute pleasure to make your acquaintance. Let us head uphill. We'll try and find the southern cave entrance to the volcano of Mount Doom here. Get him out of this driving rain. See what creatures might also be sheltering and out of the storm. And the catacombs of the volcano. The environment today truly living up to its name of the Rainy Isle. The astronomical yearly rainfall, combined the incredibly rich volcanic soil of Mount Doom. Really does make for some fantastic growth here of all flora and fauna. A pair of pteranodons in the distance, circling out over the valley, looking to ride the thermal waves. They either did not spy us or did not find us interesting enough. Here we are at the southern entrance to the lava cave. A prehistoric marvel. Eons of fresh lava rolled through this section of the mountain, carving its path. What wondrous species of reptile and dino might we discover within? We move forward, cautiously. A natural pool, mineral-rich water. The opportunities for exploitation of this island are abundantly clear. One of the reasons and motivations for our documentary is to bring awareness to Roma. We must preserve this incredible place. With your help at home, we can ensure that the corporations do not get a hold of their land rights and mineral rights here on the island. Deeper into the caves we travel. The air grows dank and thick. Cries of dinosaurs echo through the chambers. Truly an impressive structure.
Beep, beep.
Still deeper. We continue. The raptor barks in the distance. Success. Into the center of the volcano we have traveled. Opening up into the blue skies, a natural grotto. A bizarre mini ecosystem exists within the volcano itself. Plant life, not found anywhere else on the island. These trees are actually a type of grass. The mineral-rich soil combined with the constant water from the heavens, means that anything growing in here grows fantastically large. We'll take this opportunity to sup from these healing waters ourselves. Reinvigorated, the rainstorm finished, we continue out onto the plains of North Lake in search of our next species to document. Early evening now in Avroma. Darkness is soon to befall across the island. The afternoon chorus of the dinos quiets as the night hunters, the carnivores, come awake, and the herbivores huddle together for protection. Down to Raptor Rock. Let's see if any species is ruling the roost of North Lake. Might we find the elusive Pachycephalosaurus? Or indeed the Ferrari of the forest, the Gallimimus? Both common dwellers here of the northern lake. Raptor Rock appears empty. Distant squeak of a baby dino. The indication that nearby, some are in that water. Deinosuchus are nesting. Aussie Freeman lays claim to North Lake. This is now human territory. Oh. I feel somewhat safe. Somewhat. Some they can't jump. Doubt we can get any higher. Oh, that was close. Wow. Let's go to the waterfall, cameraman number 1. Let's see if we can get some footage of the mighty Deinosuchus. We've seen a few in this evening's documentary. We have not survived any of the encounters, however. Haven't spent quite long enough with one to deem it data entry worthy. Let's see what we can summon from the depths. Tried and tested method of Morse code with our flashlight. See what monsters may lurk beneath these waters. Some bloke welcome, no, we don't drop organs as humans. We can have meat strips torn off us, but no organs. The fight appears quiet. That of course doesn't mean there's no Dinosuchus in there. They may just be more hungry than they are inquisitive. The science. Quiet. We shall continue. Let us traverse downriver. Cameraman number 1. We'll follow the river here, down to the south, into the Victoria Falls region. We know to avoid the Herrera family that's living in the falls, and also the raptor pack beyond. Are you still with us, cameraman number 1? Oh, you are. Travelling along the river's edge here, giving ourselves the best opportunity to come across the elusive Bethiosaurus. You will often hear a Bethiosaurus before you see it. Quite proud of themselves and their calls. They are often spamming their clicks and pops as they dive in and out of the water, traveling along the rivers. It appears today, though, the delta may be empty of Beppies. If that's the case, our journey will conclude all the way south, the end of the rivers, down towards the swamps. Dees, welcome in. How you going? Ace has just taken a break tonight, Dees. I'm Aussie Freeman. Nice to meet you. What is that cry? I'm unfamiliar. I trust you're doing well, Days. W. Powered ornaments here, right? Now to cross the river or not to cross the river. Maybe we don't cross the river. We'll get all the way down to the Delta area. That tease, I watch this every day. Aussie Freeman very much appreciates that support, mate. We won't let Ace know that you're gonna bail once he comes back. I appreciate you too. Appreciate all of you in there in chat today, you legends. Thank you for your support. It's always a little nerve-wracking trying something different, but we've been met by nothing but encouragement, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. Darkness truly descends now across the aisle. What on earth was that? Certainly appears to be coming our way. Let's wait. On the other side of the barrier. Just for a moment. We'll see what might come towards us here. Power dropping the sub. Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Power, you legend. Appreciate you for your sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's that. A Dryosaurus. I can't believe my eyes, ladies and gentlemen. What an incredible specimen. Just look at the coloration on this gorgeous creature. Oh, he's a vicious little thing, but our cameraman number one, he is taking a liking to you. Please, Dryo, please, do not defeat cameraman number one. We bow to you, mighty Dryo. We're letting out a friendly call. Do not let his cute stature and noises fool you. Powerful hind legs. They really do a lot of damage to us. Certainly not feared by any other dinosaur species. But to us, an absolute destroyer. The unicorn, often called, they're so fleeting. We've been searching for the Dryo for what feels like an age. Incredible footage we're getting here from the data research. Equal parts playful and deadly. Really does not like cameraman number one. Would I feel life cameraman number one? We cannot interfere. We must let nature take its course. That indeed results in the end of cameraman number one. Cameraman number one is no more. A moment's silence. Now hiring camera number 2. The dryer is celebrating, let's say, on top of his latest trophy. Not quite sure how to explain what we're witnessing here, ladies and gentlemen. There appears to be some sort of interspecies necrophilia occurring. This dryer is indeed a little freak. It is one of our high priority species being crossed off the list today. The Dryosaurus. A vicious darling. We thank you, Dryo. Our journey must continue. Happy Jumps appears to be communicating. Don't run. Back away slowly. Do not want the Dryosaurus's predator instincts to kick in here. Quickly, light off and into the undergrowth. Cameraman number 2, ready for alley drop. Acquiring coordinates. Coordinates set. Welcome to the team, cameraman number 2. Started a battle royale. Good luck to all participants. Onward. Throw the streamwaves. Brontosaurus out here taking names. Go on, Scowl. You gotta beat that Brontosaurus. Get him. Yes. Nice work. The ever winner. Well played, Scowl. Do a little dance. Dryo sings in the distance. So we'll cut down through the center of the forest here. We'll find our way to the forks with the two mighty rivers. consolidate back into one before making their way fingerly down through the delta. It's a freshwater pond there we can drink from. We might get lucky enough to see another dino species there. This is an abundant zone for the herbivores here at the Forks Pond. Lots of their natural food types grow here in abundance. But often frequented by carnivores, somewhat tucked away in between the two mighty rivers. Can be somewhat of a sanctuary. What's up, bud? So you don't climb on the watching, do you? Yes. Wait. Not a common sight. Dinosuchus have been known to frequent the still waters of the Forks Plains Pond. But we'll need to show some care, as it appears the surrounding plains are empty of dinos. There is a Dinosuchus here. There is no doubt that they will be hungry for a meal. There is really nowhere safe to drink. The risk must be taken. The raptor barks at a distance. Another raptor calls back. Their sight, stomach full of the fresh water. Cameraman number 2 also survived. You strike forth to the south. The swamp's our ultimate goal. Our silhouette lit by the cameraman following behind, bringing you these incredible scenes from Avroma. What else is out there in the shadows, stalking these plains? An orange half-moon bathed the island in its ghostly glow. Once again, all feels peaceful. The still night air. Sounds of the gyro once again in the distance. They must cross this expansive water. Cameraman number 2. Are you ready? Good luck. We're alive. And we have some diets. Let us feast. There's another one further down the beach. So when you eat, on a sand flat here, the middle of the river. Common basking area for the Dinosuchus. All appears quiet, however, this evening. You want another bite to eat, cameraman number 2? Eat these berries. I was right yet plump. Ready for the sucus? They are going to crossing in to the opposite shore. I trust all your insurance paperwork has been filled out correctly. Godspeed and good luck. Was that the snap of a crocodile's jaws? No, it might have just been cameramen falling off that little bit of a rock that made them bonking noise. Looks like we may have survived the night here, ladies and gentlemen. 4:30 a.m. here local time. The sun beginning to creep up over the horizon. Buddy butt, let's change that to buddy face. Kinda. More food here if you need. I'm full. Calls of raptors almost constant in the distance. The raptor mating season at its high point at the moment here on Aroma. Naturally kept in check by the Carnotaurus particularly, to a lesser extent the Herrerasaurus. Brutal predators designed to feast on the Omniraptor. For the Omniraptor, life is cheap. But there are many. But with many mouths to feed, their voracious appetite is a constant. Their life is one of combat, fighting to survive, eating and scavenging what they can. Equal parts clever and opportunistic. The Omniraptor is not to be underestimated. Hark, an Omniraptor. Juvenile, not yet fully grown. Oh, another one. 2 juveniles, not yet fully grown. Their colour patterns, not yet fully coming in. Here we have an adult. Let's see how the adult reacts to our presence. The juveniles appear interested. The adult is giving us a little spin dance. Appears to be communicating. The raptors are all around us now. Everybody just stay calm. No sudden movements. Make sure you got that camera rolling, cameraman number 2. Let's get a light on this beautiful specimen. What an incredibly well-adapted hunter. And just like that, away into the undergrowth once again. Juveniles, much less afraid of our lights. Their natural instincts to dart around us. What a view that was. Jumping in. All covered in mud. This raptor has been wallowing. Possibly albino under that muddy camouflage. What an incredible specimen. How privileged are we, ladies and gentlemen, to be this close to such a magnificent and terrifying creature. Just look at those claws, tucked up inertly underneath its body. Looks almost like you could take one home to the family. But do not be fooled. Those back legs, sporting incredibly sharp talons. Its natural instinct is to jump onto and eviscerate its prey. Just like that, the raptors are gone. I need to take a moment, cameraman number 2. Just reflect on that incredible interaction, ladies and gentlemen. We can certainly now cross the Omniraptor off our list. The height of their breeding season must now be abating. The aggression, the testosterone, seems to be leaving the raptor population. Right, I've gathered myself, cameraman number 2. Just simply incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, let us now continue our journey. What wondrous interactions await us around the next bend. Welcome back. Let's run now along the shoreline. We are yet to finish our data compilation of the Dino Circus. May possibly attract one out of the depths here. Our journey will continue south, out the end of the delta, and down into the swamps. We are also now in prime Bepiosaurus territory. Might we be graced by the murder penguin? Is that a body? Not a body. Skeleton. Something feasted here. The perpetrator. Long gone. Just turn off the documentary night vision. As the sun begins to climb higher into the sky, our journey south continues. Perfectly adapted to the delta. Dino Circus stalk these waters. We are at a lull in the Great Migration. Fully a third of the natural numbers of dinosaurs that are often found here. Daryl, give out, mate. In that case, is taking a break this evening, Daryl. You've got myself Aussie Freeman here. Just sit back and relax. Enjoy the documentary. The wider population of the island, at a low point currently, the seasons will swing over the coming weeks. Cameraman firing blanks. This package shot is as tall as in working order. Good luck, cameraman. Don't get stuck on the rocks. We'll leave the edge of the river now. Cut through the natural grotto. down onto the migratory stream that leads its way lazily up out of the southern swamp. The swamp sanctuary, our ultimate destination in search of the elusive Bepiosaurus. All of our cameramen look through a rigorous screening process and must pass several physicals to ensure they've got the cardio to continue pace here with Aussie Freeman. It is in the interests, we've been told, by head office, of preserving the natural ecosystem here, that they have not afforded us any form of transport or protection. We strive our utmost to remain conscientious observers only. But, unfortunately, at times, in such a dangerous environment, we do become victims. This is a price the company is willing to pay for this incredible footage and the data that we are collecting. We have made it to the migratory river. Now we shall travel down the river, heading to the south-southwest, through into the swamps proper. We'll travel along the water's edge. What's the worst that could happen? We're essentially following the Dinosuchus migration route here in reverse, like searching for the source of the Nile. We're pushing to discover the Dinosuchus spawning ground. The rarely seen juvenile Dinosuchus. We have encountered several absolute monsters on our journey today. Unfortunately, each one we have encountered has ended with the death of an Aussie Freeman clone. Let us stop for a drink. The fresh, natural, refreshing waters of Freeman, reinvigorating our parched crew. Excellent. The journey continues. The fallen logs create a natural barrier on the migration river, forcing any Dinosuchus up and out of the clean, fresh waters onto the land to traverse around the blockage. They're not lucky enough to come across any on their land migration here, and thus we continue. The first reaches of the swamp. The brackish waters. As we continue deeper. Then wait. Oh. Was Panda Dog, sorry cameraman. We've lost our cameraman. He emerges from the undergrowth victorious. Another section of the migration that forces the Dinosuchus up onto the dry land. Now, we're entering the swamp proper. We will continue to travel along the edge in the hopes to attract a Dinosuchus. Don't tell cameraman number 2, but we are using him as bait. We have put raw meat in his camera bag, but he is not discovered yet. Let us wait to regroup. Now, to find our way to the swamp sanctuary, you must continue around on the side here, traveling ever deeper into the swamps. An inhospitable place. We'll keep out between us, Derpus. The company's just seeking for the best footage and data collection possible. Sometimes slipping some raw meat into a bag is required. Seem to have lost touch with the edge of the swamp here. Make sure we're continuing around the shoreline. The cameraman remarks, "My bag seems a little heavy." "Oh, we might have crashed." "No." "Yes." "No." "No, we're good." To the right. Continue around the edge. We can slip down along the mountainside here and should lead us pretty much at it. A deadly maze. The swamp here on Avroma. Do not let its somewhat luscious looks fool you. It is in fact a desert. Many dinos begin their lives in the swamp. You emerge. Death awaits all. The Avroma swamps. Whether that's hungry dinos or your own hungry stomach. Here you can see the water pumping pipes from the science project, now broken and in disrepair. They are on the right track. Another landmark ticked off. Our destination ahead. Through the muskegs we creep. The swamps fall, eerily silent. Nearly there. The mud flats, like tar pits. They're caught in that mud, will spell the end. A destination ahead. The Swamp Sanctuary. Success. Our brave, intrepid documentary crew has made it. No sounds coming from the sanctuary. We'll venture closer in hopes to see or hear the elusive Petiosaurus. Aquitish, thank you for contributing to the 24-hour stream goal. Appreciate you, mate. Hong Kong's to you, Stan, man. The bees immediately sense our human pheromones. Dinosaurs, there are currently no dinosaur species on the island to utilize the bees' honey. They naturally realize that us humans pose a threat to their hive. Extra saucy welcome in. It's nice to meet you. I'm Aussie Freeman. And Zak's having the night off here. The hum of the bees, the only sounds emanating from the sanctuary. I'm not sure how to answer that, Saucy. Yes. And Buddy has left us. Let's get rid of Buddy Bedcam. The destination achieved, but the Petiosaurus continues to elude us. Wonder if we can approach the sanctuary from the water without being attacked by the bees. It appears we can. That's an interesting development, cameraman number 2. We've come along the shoreline here. Take this opportunity to rehydrate. Ah, yes, Saucy, we have been eating a lot. We've lost 8 Aussie Freemans in 2.5, 3 hours. And yes, TK, we certainly have gotten up close and personal. Too up close and too personal for 9 dinosaurs, 8 dinosaurs. Haven't been as successful as we were yesterday with our species documentation, but we've knocked a few over. We got the elusive Drysaurus earlier. Just a huge win for the documentary. Alright. From here, cameraman number 2, let's make one last giant effort. We shall move from here to South Plains. This will give us our final opportunity to document some species here. Where are you? There. So we're going to make one last migration here, ladies and gentlemen at home. Always large biodiversity readings from the South Plains. We'll take our cameraman there and see what we can document. There's a chance we will find the mighty Dinosuchus in the South Plains River. We have seen several this evening, but none of our Aussie Freemans have survived to talk about it. I'm doing so good, Saucy. How are you, mate? I mean, Ace is doing so good, Saucy. Back once again into the muskegs. Oh, that's no good, mate. Rest, relax, drink lots of water. Looking forward to doing some actual work next week, it sounds like, not just presentations. Hell yeah. Good on you, mate. A pteranodon cries from the skies. Chances of it flying over this small opening in the canopy are slim. But we must hope. Where are you, rat of the sky? Onward, cameraman number 2. Hell yes, Aussie. Aussie Freeman sleep streams. Let's go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Right, one last mighty expanse of water to traverse. I don't think we have enough oxygen to make it across that gap. Way it more cautious. Bit around to the side here. We will not be bribed, Durpus. Appreciate the sentiment, mate. We are observers only in this environment. We may have lost cameraman. Let us head back. After oh, let's see your light for a second. There you are. Hell yeah. The final swamp challenge. About 100 on Saucy. The low point in the population here on the Isle. Dinosaur population going through ebbs and flows based on season and available diets. What on earth was that? What's new? A fog. Final leg of our journey lays in front of us, through the jungle pathway, out into the South Plains proper. Read on. No, a baby raptor. He is not happy with us. Run cameraman number 2. Let us hide. Hide and hope. He sees us. Split for cover. Be very quiet. BT cameraman number 2, I didn't realize you could lay down. Actually, I did see you doing it, I just wasn't sure how. I appreciate you there. Yep, Aussie Freeman, all stream days. I'm probably not going to go too much longer. I've got to go to the office tomorrow, so we'll get up to South Plains and see what other species we can cross off if we survive this young raptor. I hear him. We do have a sneeze, excuse me. We do have a pistol, but it just shoots blanks. These are very nice. I wish I would pass on the message. Aussie Freeman is Pete. Hell yeah. Appreciate you, D's. Absolutely not saucy. Ace ain't no scaly. It's just an ad running chat. For those of you not subbed, forward turbo. So for all of those of you that are, I'm just going to sit here for another minute while the ad runs out, and then we're going to make a run for it. Just in case that raptors were waiting in the bush, but would not want anyone to miss our sudden and unfortunate death. But he have also returned. Now, Buddy Protector. I'll be back from ads. Appreciate you sitting through those, chat. We have been hiding in the bush, waiting for your return. Now we're going to make the break for it. Hope the raptor isn't doing the same. Dobo is by the salt rock somewhere. I think we can see the salt rock. Yep, I'm at the salt rock, Dobo. Cameraman number 2. Hell yeah. Well played, mate. Survived their hungry little raptor. Vicious little critter. Not quite the terrifying full-grown omniraptor. Yet, still only tall as our knee. Something to watch, regardless. If left unchecked, can tear you limb from limb. Third. Entering South Plains. Filled with equal parts fear and anticipation as to what we might discover here. We are Aussie Freeman clones Stanman. Dr. Stanman back at head office. The company has cloned Aussie Freeman many times. Sent us out here into Aroma. The cameraman is faring much better than the host. So far this evening, only on our second cameraman and we're on our ninth Aussie Freeman. Where lies the mighty Dinosuchus? Come forth, creature of the depths. We summon you. We summon you up out of the watery depths. Come forth. Come forth, mighty Dinosuchus. Wuthering raiders, speedy fiery will come in with the raid. Tell me one and all, how the bloody hell are we? Let's go. Dip down. Welcome in, welcome in. You're not sure where you found yourself? Found yourselves? I'm Aussie Freeman, stepping in the sea meat for Anzac Ace. We are broadcasting live from Aroma, out of Melbourne, Australia. We have Buddy the dog here for some protection. He's been giving us cute points, if nothing else. Thank you for the raid, Speedy, Bloody Champion. How's your stream, mate? How was fishing for you, mate? We have been eaten by a couple of crocs already today. I'm trying to summon forth a Dinosuchus that doesn't want to eat us, so we can add some data to our documentary. It has proven difficult. Cameraman number 2 knows his job. Make sure we put a light on that situation. Welcome in one and all. Anzac Case will be returning tomorrow for stream. Paid the Aussie Freeman fee to have Aussie Freeman document here. A couple of streams, a couple of documentaries for the Isle of Verona. We haven't been as successful this evening as we were yesterday. You can see there are still several species on our list of to be documented. We did find a Dryosaurus, which was quite incredible. Some amazing footage of the rarely seen unicorn here on the Isle. South Plains, in the bid to find some biodiversity, it's proven quiet. You can hear a Sarah huffing and puffing somewhere. Check the wallow. Put a ton of trout and got a few more people into the clan, so we're all taking up whole server. That's cool, man. Hell yeah. All the peeps out and around the lake. That's cool, man. It's a very cozy stream, mate. I love hanging out there when you're playing fishing. Wallow is clear. Well, incredible timing, Speedy, because I'm about 10 minutes overdue to finish up stream here. So I'm going to take your big fat raid and raid you all out somewhere else. Pteranodon calling in the distance. Where are they? Here they come. Up over the valley. Screamy as they go. Buddy up. A happy chirp that sweeps in overhead. Somewhat clumsy flyers. Their leathery wings. providing great lift, but not much maneuverability. Couple of exceedingly beautiful specimens here, particularly bluey. The blue eye and the blue male markings. The rats of the sky. Currently the rulers of the skies here in Aroma. Quetzalcoatl, suing worked on by the scientists, yet to be released into this carefully balanced ecosystem. Incredible scenes. And undisturbed by our presence. Heine has no threat whatsoever. Simply inquisitive as to these new creatures. Look at the specimen. The purple and blue, incredible coloration. The aerial scavengers. The vultures. And another. Their cries calling in their flock mates. And another. Quite amazing. How privileged are we to bear witness to such an event. 5 now, full-grown pteranodon. Seat with our last action on the Isle to feed these incredible creatures by offering ourselves. Goodbye, cruel world. Excellent work, cameraman number 2. As we can hear in the audio, the pteranodon's not hesitating to tear strips off Aussie Freeman and cameraman number 2. Salutes for Adam Woods here for Mr. Freeman. Fucking red Adam. Doomsday Dean, thank you for the first time chat. I appreciate you, mate. You're more than welcome. Ellie, another excellent documentary evening here with Aussie Freeman. Certainly would not be made possible without each and every one of you joining us for the stream. Thank you for the big fat raid, Speedy, once again, you bloody legend. Welcome and all you raiders. Anzac Ace will return tomorrow after his brief hiatus, and we will certainly be revisited by Aussie Freeman in the future. What an absolute winner the documentary series has proven to be. Doomsday Dean, thank you for becoming a legend, mate. Very much appreciate your follow on Twitch. Thank you, thank you. So stick with us for a few minutes, chat. Just do all the signing out things, and I will get you over into another Isle stream. There's all the Anzac Ace socials. Icy Hayes, thank you so much for your first time chat. You are the PTs. We love you. Let's go. I very much appreciate those kind words. I've mentioned it a couple of times, but it is always pretty nerve-wracking trying something new on stream. And I've been absolutely encouraged by all of your support. So thank you, each and every one of you, from the bottom of my heart. I'm sitting there with a big dumb smile on my face. And the Anzac Ace is as chuffed as can be. Let's see. There we got on the Isle. crook adventures with Ricardo. Let's go. Ricardo's an excellent streamer,
Hail to the
Kiwi
king,
boy.
baby.
Actually an Aussie that moved to New Zealand. The opposite of us, we're a Kiwi that moved to Oz. He's a great streamer. Always nesting and bringing rare skins and eggs to the stream, to his chat. Actually, show Ricardo some love. If you're new here with the raid, and you consider it worthy for Aussie Freeman and Anzac Ace a follow on Twitch, very much appreciate you. Failing that, I'm sure I'll see you on Speedy Fire Eagle streams in the coming days and weeks and months. Thank you all, chat, from the bottom of my heart once again. We are streaming every day here, regardless of our work situation. So, full day in the office tomorrow, but we'll be back for another shorter stream. The Anzac Ace will return, quite possibly for some more IRL action. But our next stream will be back in the skin of a dinosaur. Thank you all once again. Let's raid over to Ricardo now. Speedy, you're a legend. Adam, you're a legend. You're all bloody legends. Appreciate each and every one of you. And we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.